What's up guys, my name is Technobo here for Troubleshoot, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can install a fabric, which is the carpet mod for Minecraft. So if you don't already know what it is, basically Fabric is a simple mod loader or launcher that basically lets you have access to a bunch of mods that I'll also be showing you in this video. In this video I'll show you how to install Fabric for 1.15, 1.16 and basically all other versions, Fabric API, which allows it to work with a bunch of mods, and those mods are found on the Twitch launcher over here, or at least there's quite a few of them. They have their own Fabric category. Now there's 35 pages of mods just for 1.15 alone, and there's tons of interesting mods here. Of course, while you can use Forge, Fabric is similar but a little bit different in that it seems to load a lot faster, and these mods are basically just a different type. So of course, if you're looking for these Fabric mods, some of them are Fabric only, then this is the video for you. What mods will I be showing you how to install? Well, the latest version of Optifine is 1.15.2, and in order to get Optifine working with Fabric, you'll need the OptiFabric mod. Then on top of that, I'll be showing you how to install WorldEdit, AppleSkin, VoxelMap, which is a minimap, Item Scroller, which allows you to scroll up and down on items to push them in or out of your inventory, and more. Then MiniHUD over here, and Tweakeroo. Now all of these mods add nice little features that I think you may find very interesting. If you don't exactly know what Fabric is, well, by the end of this video, hopefully you'll have more of an idea. So first of all, we'll be downloading and installing Fabric. Head across to the first link in the description down below, which is fabricmc.net/use. Then we'll go ahead and download the installer for windows.exe. Of course, if you're using Linux or Mac, you'll be downloading this universal jar, but I'll be downloading the Windows installer. So after downloading it, click on it to open it up and click Run. Then we'll get this screen over here. Simply pick a Minecraft version, loader version, and then hit install. Of course, if you want a snapshot, you can click that button up there and pick your snapshot of choice. If you're setting up a server, you'll simply select server, select an output location, and the rest is the same. But I'll be installing the client. If you'd like a video on the server, make sure to leave a comment down below. So I'll leave the install location as appdata roaming Minecraft, and I'll simply click install. Now, of course, that was the 1.16.1 version, and because the latest Optifine version is only 1.14.4 with a preview release for 1.15.2, this is the version that I'll be installing in this video, so 1.15.2. Then I'll click install, and now we have two profiles for Fabric installed, one for 1.16 and one for 1.15. As you can see, it's asking me to download and install Fabric API, which we'll go ahead and do next. But for now, I'll click OK and close out of the installer. Opening up the Minecraft launcher, heading into the bottom left, you can see we have two new profiles, Fabric Loader 1.15.2 and Fabric Loader 1.16.1. If we simply select 1.15.2, hit play, we'll download a couple of files and the game will start up as normal. This time when it starts up completely, we'll be in the main menu, and in the bottom left where you'd usually see mod info, you'll see info about Fabric, brackets modded. Now other than that, not much will be different. I'll go ahead and close out of it, and we'll head across to the second link in the description down below, which is Fabric API. When you found your way to this page over here, simply head across to the Files tab if you're not already there, and we'll be finding the version we need to download. For me, it'll be 1.15.2. Simply click the download button, and our download will begin shortly. When it's done, I'll be asked if I want to keep it, and I'll simply click Keep. Then I have a .jar file in my Downloads folder. What exactly do we do with this? Well, head across to where Minecraft is installed. So for me, that's %appdata%.minecraft. Now, of course, I'm typing in here with Start and R to open up the Run dialog box, but of course, you can get there yourself any other way. So Start R, %appdata%.minecraft takes us here. Then I'll simply open up the mods folder, and as you can see, it's empty. If you don't have a mods folder in .minecraft, simply go ahead and create one. Then I'll drag and drop the .jar that we just downloaded into that folder, as such. Now we've got the Fabric API installed, let's go ahead and download a couple more mods. First of all, let's go ahead and download Optifine. While this isn't a Fabric mod, it will work with Fabric. So where it says Optifine 1.15.2, I'll click download, download again, and then our download should start. I'll tell it to keep, I'll drag and drop it out, and add it to my mods folder over here. Then next up, I'll head across to the fourth link in the description down below, OptiFabric. This lets the mod be loaded and used with Fabric. So once I'm on the page, I'll simply scroll down, and on the right-hand side, we can see recent files. I'll go ahead and download OptiFabric.jar for my Minecraft version, which is 1.15. We'll wait for it again, it'll download, and I'll hit keep. Then I'll drag and drop it out into our mods folder. Now we have Fabric API and Optifine installed, ready to work. Let's go ahead and boot up the game just to see if everything works. Launching up 1.15.2, you can see in the bottom left that we have Fabric modded and Optifine 1.15.2 loaded. Options, video settings, we have all of the Optifine settings over here. Great. Closing out of it, let's download a couple more mods, being WorldEdit, AppleSkin, VoxelMap, Item Scroller, MiniHUD, and Tweakeroo. These last three ones over here all have notes at the very top telling you to rather download them from the developer's site, which will also be linked down below. After heading across to their site, at the very top we have Minecraft version. I'll click that drop down and select 1.15.2. Then I'll be clicking the download button next to Item Scroller, Tweakeroo, MiniHUD, and we'll also need MaLiLib. I'll download this as well. Keep. We have 4 mods over here. I'll simply drag and drop them one by one into the mods folder. After doing that, let's head across to the rest of the links. So I'll be downloading WorldEdit. I'll simply scroll down and on the right hand side I'll look for 1.15. Then I'll be downloading the Fabric version instead of the Forge version. Same for AppleSkin, scroll down, looking for Fabric 1.15, download. VoxelMap, scroll down, 1.15, Fabric, download. These last 3 over here we already downloaded from the developer's website, so I'll be skipping out on them here. All we'll be doing is installing these 3 that we downloaded now. So WorldEdit, then we have AppleSkin, and VoxelMap. Now that we have all of the mods that we'd like to install installed, you can of course go ahead and download more from the list link in the description down below, which is the CurseForge Twitch page for Minecraft under the subcategory of Fabric. Now that we have everything we want installed, I'll simply open up the Minecraft launcher, make sure 1.15.2 Fabric Loader is selected, and click play. This time our game will successfully start up and we'll have all of our mods installed and ready to use. Now of course this isn't exactly a mod guide video, but it's simply how to install Fabric and get some mods working on it, so I'll lightly touch on some of the topics. I'll load into a single player world, and in game you can see that things are already very different. I have a pop-up on my screen telling me how to use the minimap mod. So Z to zoom in and out, M for options, X to toggle full screen, and N to add waypoint. So tapping Z, you can see that we're cycling in and out of the minimap in the top right. I'll leave it probably somewhere about there. Walking around the world, you can see it's incredibly smooth, and that's probably because of the fact that we have Optifine installed over here. Now, how exactly do we use the rest of the mods? Well, they mentioned that X was to bring up the full screen minimap, but if we press X and C at the exact same time, we bring up the options menu for Tweakeroo. In here, we have a bunch of options, and they all do interesting things. Of course, you can scroll up and down and have a look for yourself, but what I'll be using is fake sneaking, fast left click, and fast right click, just for examples. So what exactly is fake sneaking? Well, if I run up to an edge of a block, you can see that I don't fall off of it, I have to manually jump. This is basically the same as sneaking, which is holding down the shift button, but of course, we can walk around at almost full speed. In fact, we can basically sprint on these edges. Of course, I generated a world without cheats, so I'll simply swap worlds and make sure that I have cheats enabled. There we go, create world. Now there's probably a way that I could have done that with the mods, but I don't have too much experience with them. Either way, holding down X and C, we see that we still have all of the options checked, fast left click, right click, and fake sneaking. I'm going to turn off fake sneaking because that's rather annoying. At the very top, we have a bunch of tabs that we can go through and mess around with things up there. But with all of that aside, game mode creative, I'll simply go ahead and pick out myself a block. Now, because we have fast right click and fast left click, I can simply just look somewhere, hold right click, and as you can see, it just instantly places a bunch of blocks. That's not too good of an example. Flying across to an open area, you can see I'm probably 4 blocks above the ground. But if I simply just hold down right click and move around, you can see that I place a ton of blocks basically instantly. I could probably even just run holding right click and we're building a wall of 3 high instantly. Now because I have fast left click on, simply holding left click, I just demolish them all basically instantly with no hassle at all. Now, of course, these are just very basic functions of the mods, and I'm only really exploring 2 of them, the Minimap mod and the Tweakeroo mod. But of course, with all of the other things installed, there's a bunch of interesting features which you may find interest in yourself. Of course, I won't be going through the mods, but basically, that was how to get yourself Fabric installed for Minecraft 1.15.2 and newer. Hopefully you found this video somewhat useful. My name's been TechnoBay here for Troubleshoot, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao!